What's good? Welcome to the Full Cup Podcast, special edition. Waiting on Zeus Samuels to come in. How y'all doing tonight, man? Hopefully everybody doing good. I'm doing good. Hopefully everybody else is doing good. What the hell? Go ahead and get this party rolling. Waiting on my guy to come in, man. Y'all know how this go. If you are in here, go ahead and get your share on and everything else. Go ahead and lock this in, man. It's gonna be something that's gonna be normal here on the Full Cup. I don't know exactly what night it's gonna be, but this is exactly what we're gonna be doing. Hello to everybody out there. It's good with y'all, man. Waiting on my co-host to show up. Y'all know how black people is. And while we waiting on him, let me see. Here we go.
You done did it again, Jack. It's a natural. Integrated. They don't really love you. From supposed to be bros to these streets that you roam. Freak hoes, you feed a bone, just know. They don't really love you. No, they don't. From that crew that you grew with, went to school with, that you was cool with, always got you in some bullshit. They don't really love you. No, they don't. No, they don't. But they say they do. Actions speak louder than words. Learn to watch the way they move. I know my name in their mouth. Can tell by the way they drew. I ain't gonna lie. If I was you, I'd probably hate me too. I've been here before. This is deja vu. I stay integrated, but I only hang with a few. Say it ain't true. Say it ain't so. Supposed to be my bro, but trying to play me like a hoe. Probably trading G.I. Joes. That's how far we go back. Just know you're no longer welcome at my doormat. Reboot the whole system. Then switch my format. Think I sneak this, pay attention. Listen to some more tracks. Take flight. If you bored that, lift you like a floor jack. Don't trip. I'm just bored. These ain't even my war racks. I'll let you quarterback so I can score the sack. No exhibition. Go ahead and record them stats. Really supposed to be bros to these streets that you roam. Freak hoes, you feed a bone. Just know they don't really love you. No, they don't. From that crew that you grew with, went to school with, that you was cool with, always got you in some bullshit. They don't really love you.
Norm, what's good with you, man?
No.
Waiting on Zeus Samuel.
I got this, nigga. If it's food on my plate and I'm eating, then we eating. We see each other nowadays and niggas ain't speaking. And let me know where your head was, faulty from the gate. All the hugs, all the handshakes, all that shit was fake. I hear the hate of your jokes. Why you mad at me, folks? Fire bread and alcohol, nigga ready to toast. With nothing bad, but you really need a talking to. Don't run your mouth and let your actions do the walking, dude. I really thought we was people. I'm original sequel. You know I've been with the stunts. Evil Knievel. These niggas never been solid. They only do it for profit. And know this ain't Malcolm X, but get your hand out my pocket. And if you threaten my income, then I'ma come for your head. And if my family needs to eat, then I'ma come for your bread.
Hey, love in the building. What's
I
good with
don't
you?
know why y'all keep playing with me.
Alicia in the building. What's good with you?
You heard what I said.
Alley Cat tapping in from YouTube. What's good with you?
Just know they don't really love you. No, they don't. From that crew that you grew with, went to school with, that you was cool with, always got you in some bullshit. They don't really love you. No, they don't.
We waiting on Zeus Samuels to get in here, my special co-host for tonight. We're gonna recap Father's Day, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Please feel free to comment and join in. Thank you for everybody tuning in tonight. I definitely appreciate it. We're gonna figure out exactly what day we're gonna do this show, recaps, and different things that's going on with the world. A couple of fellas chopping it up. Also, take some female guests on here too, letting y'all know I will be taking more guests in the future. K-Love, tell Zoo to hurry up. What's good with y'all though? How y'all week been? The beginning of y'all week anyway. Father's Day just passed. How was y'all Father's Day? For the fathers out there, ladies, what y'all do for the special man in your life or your father? Let us know in the comments. Definitely was good for me. I didn't do shit. I ate and slept and drank all day. Waiting on Zoo Samuels, slow moving ass. I got home. Well, I really didn't get home late. I got home like right before the show, so I was able to get everything in. Waiting for this guy to come on, man. We got some good stuff we're gonna talk about. We're gonna recap Father's Day. Like you say, right? You see the stream at the bottom, the ticker at the bottom. Father's Day recap, the good, the bad, and the ugly things that went on. Waiting for my guy to jump in here. All right, I put a muscle in my back. I don't know how either. That's good. Good old high quality H2O. Yes, I did. Why you see wifey put it in the comments. Breakfast in bed, full dinner made for me. Didn't even have to do nothing all day. Enjoy myself. Definitely. Hopefully y'all enjoy yourself too. Waiting on my special guest to come on right now. We're gonna be recapping Father's Day, the good, the bad, and the ugly, everything that happened. He said because you're older now. Probably because I am a little older now. I don't know exactly what happened. Fuck you. Talking that bullshit. Zoo, where you at, man? This nigga here. Oh, excuse me. She said I bought a gift. Kayla, what'd you buy? Who'd you buy it for? What was it? It feels so alive when I'm gripping grain. Sorry, y'all. That's the song stuck in my head, man. If you haven't already, go and check out King Jones' whole album is up there. Favor ain't fair. Got a lot of stuff going on in there. Talisha said older people pull muscles and don't know why. Man, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it. At least my knees ain't cracking, you feel me? Come on, Zoo. He said he on his way. How far is he? Shit. I'm gonna play another song. Shit. Waiting for Zoo to come in here. Here's something off the Favor Ain't Fair album. 100% Profit. King Jones, Young Rick, Silk Sinatra. Here we go.
They say the love for some money is the root to some evil. When you having more than others, then they stop feeling equal. They get to being deceitful, still claiming they is your people. You're in their circle when they have it, when you don't, where they leave you. I don't own it, I don't give it, I don't deal with the stress. They get to dodging you on payday, and you know the rest. That little 50 wasn't funky, it was life and death. For disrespect, I should be giving you these rights and lefts. It took a little bit to change it, see that you wasn't solid. Your love was real, but there was only two the shit in my wallet. Blue notes, greenbacks, yeah, whatever you call it. You on the bench in the game, but tell these bitches you ballin'. Swear you hot in the summer, but it's autumn, you fallin'. In your head you run shit with no car, so you walkin'. French fries when you die, so you can lay in the coffin. I know the real, keep it real, nigga, watch how you talkin'.
I see you, K-Love.
Let them haters keep watching. Stuffing this green in my pocket. This is 100% profit. I'm living life so bitter, life is what I think you niggas should do. Let them haters keep watching. Stuffing this green in my pocket. This is 100% profit. I'm living life so bitter, life is what I think you niggas should do.
Shadows, they lurk, watching every step I make. Haters, they be on the silent, hope I stumble and I break. But they don't know that I'm really in the field, I'm making plays. I keep a saddle when I be up on my grind every day. All these hating ass niggas, man, they be up in the way. They dissect my every move, searching for my flaws. But they criticism and they hate strengthen up my cause. They be speaking on my name, but they don't really know it all. I be really on my feet cause these niggas want me to fall. You know I be on my money hype, I gotta get it in.
What's good, Silk Sinatra?
I'm in a race because I'm trying to win. My green bill stack high.
Waiting on my boy Bruce James to get on over Father's Day.
To make me some plans. They be lurking, they be looking, they be watching.
Don't forget to share this out. Hit the likes, the loves, and everything right there at the bottom, please.
If you ain't in the photo money, then it's adios.
Let them haters keep watching. Stuffing this green in my pocket. This is 100% profit. I'm living life, so get a life is what I think you niggas should do. Let them haters keep watching. Stuffing this green in my pocket. This is 100% profit. I'm living life, so get a life is what I think you niggas should do.
Sinatra, the haters, the naysayers, they can keep talking, act like they don't see me, but secretly watching. The loss turn to profit, being the opposite of broke, got a couple folks nauseous, top notches on my boat, floating around tops. Let the bitch go, wanna hold the whole hostage. If we talking money, it's not even close. I'ma stack 100 for every dollar you gross. My bank account looks like it's been lifting weights. No handouts, you can't even afford my interest rate. I integrate, you emulate. That means you benefit, get the cake every day I wait. Yeah, I'm living great, money don't make me, but I'ma keep on making it. Got plenty pennies, but the Franklin's is my favorite. I'm spending it, you saving it, so how you in the negative? We eating over here, but you can't get a taste of it. Not at all, nope, not at all.
Let them haters keep watching. Stuffing this green in my pocket. This is 100% profit. I'm living life, so get a life is what I think you niggas should do. Let them haters keep watching. Stuffing this green in my pocket. This is 100% profit. I'm living life, so get a life is what I think you niggas should do.
That was King Jones 100% Profit, featuring Young Rick and Silk Sinatra. Waiting on my guest co-host to get in here. Black people always late. Definitely gonna be a good show tonight. We got some good topics coming up, some good videos, some slides we're gonna bring up. We're gonna speak about what happened, what things that happened on Father's Day, things that we want to keep happening, things that we want to stop happening on Father's Day. Just a recap of Father's Day period for 2025 and years before, and things that we can do to change them. Shout out to all the good dads out there that got to experience Father's Day the way that they wanted to. Shout out to the good dads period out there, whether you be a biological step, God, or whatever. Thank you for being a good dad, especially you brothers. Man, we're going to start playing the Jeopardy music in a minute. This nigga. Well, we're going to play one more song. I guess we're waiting on Zoo to get in here. Here we go. Absolutely. King Jones, Silk Sinatra from the Favor Ain't Fair album. Here we go.
Why this beat so complex?
When they ask will I win? Absolutely. Am I deep in my bag? Absolutely. They feelings is hurt cause I know what I'm worth and been winning since birth. Absolutely. They want me to fall. Absolutely. Am I covered in gold? Absolutely. I'm hot as the summer, so please take a number, continue to work. Absolutely. When they ask will I win? Absolutely. Am I deep in my bag? Absolutely. They feelings is hurt cause I know what I'm worth and been winning since birth. Absolutely. They want me to fall. Absolutely. Am I covered in gold? Absolutely. I'm hot as the summer, so please take a number, continue to work. Absolutely. How do you want it? How do you feel? Surrounded by goons and they shoot to kill. I don't do pills, but I blow trees. She talk too much, not next to me. I need the cash, you keep the extra. I don't work out, but still I am flexing. Fuck your life, fuck your wife. Only what kind of that's for my protection. The way you see it is not how I see
Please
it.
send the link, Luke.
Green, not my prescription. You are a hater, you sit with the haters. In the nosebleeds, not in my section. There will be singing and flower bringing. If you are thinking of taking my watch, not 12 rounds, but you in the ground. After some prayer, you still want to box? When they ask will I win? Absolutely. Am I deep in my bag? Absolutely. They feelings is hurt cause I know what I'm worth and been winning since birth. Absolutely. They want me to fall. Absolutely. Am I covered in gold? Absolutely. I'm hot as the summer, so please take a number, continue to work. Absolutely. When they ask will I win? Absolutely. Am I deep in my bag? Absolutely. They feelings is hurt cause I know what I'm worth and been winning since birth. Absolutely. They want me to fall. Absolutely. Am I covered in gold? Absolutely. I'm hot as the summer, so please take a number, continue to work. Absolutely.
Thought I would stop, want me to flop? Absolutely not. Put me to the game, pass me the rock. Down to the score, now we back on top. I came this league undrafted. Some of you need to practice. My team gets the cream all around the atlas. Stock and Globetrotter, hot as cold water. If you hot, then my flow's hotter. If you think you can get with me, a king, please. Don't bother, got this thing on lock like a chassis. Got the dash, you think you gas. I'm the
I resent the link.
And I'm only speaking facts.
When they ask will I win? Absolutely. Am I deep in my bag? Absolutely. They feelings is hurt cause I know what I'm worth and been winning since birth. Absolutely. They want me to fall. Absolutely.
If that link is not working,
absolutely.
Copy the link I sent to your phone and send it to your message.
Am I deep in my bag? Absolutely. They feelings is hurt cause I know what I'm worth and been winning since birth. Absolutely. They want me to fall. Absolutely. Am I covered in gold? Absolutely. I'm hot as the summer, so please take a number, continue to work. Absolutely.
I'm waiting on people for the remix. I sent it out. You got a hot 8, you can definitely get on it. Zoo, I did resend it. These links not work. They work for me. It's working perfectly fine on my end. Hold on, let me try it again. Y'all good out there? Hold on, y'all. We're having some technical difficulties. This is why we want people to get here early. I'm sending it to his. I'm gonna send it to yours too. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Hold up. Enter in the studio. Just a minute, y'all. We having some technical difficulties. Send the link again. I'm gonna send that same link to Talisha and see if it's just yours. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Well, then. I can't hear you, but you probably remember you got to go to the comments so you can hear me or turn your mic on. Same thing as last time.
Can you hear me now, my good sir?
There you go.
Sorry about that, but you cannot rush greatness. You understand me? You just cannot rush greatness.
Yo, slow moving ass.
Oh, something going on with the links, brother. I've been trying to get on for the last like 15 minutes. I have no clue what was going on. But like I said, and I repeat, you cannot rush greatness.
Let's
Just
get it.
not rush greatness.
That's bullshit.
What you got for me tonight, Quincy, with the questions? Talk to me.
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing tonight, man? We got Zeus Samuels in the building. What's good with you, brother?
You know, just trying to get in where I fit in. How about yourself, my good brother? How was your
Got you,
Father's
bro.
Day?
Got you. We got you in here though.
How was your Father's Day?
Oh man, it was good, man. I didn't do nothing, man. I got to sit down, chill, do next to nothing.
Mm. Did you get everything you wanted or everything that you needed?
Everything, bro. Everything I asked for, I got. I got the
Sounds like a
peace, I
good
got the
man.
quiet, I got the food, I got the alcohol.
So, seems like a good man.
That's all I need want. Well, welcome here to Zeus Samuels. How was your Father's Day?
Uh, my Father's Day was like any other day, you know, just another day. Now for the fathers out there that didn't get the Father's Day that they wanted and that they should have had God, I like to speak up for them.
Right. Absolutely. We're gonna touch on, like we say, tonight is about the recap of Father's Day, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we got special guest Zeus Samuels. I think we're gonna make this a permanent staple here on the Full Cup Podcast. How you feel about that?
Sounds good, my good brother.
Sounds good, man. I was wondering if you caught the Set the Bar High by Kid Zoo earlier.
Oh yes, I did. Yes, I did. I actually I might have to go in there and drop a few bars myself. I like to get a little razzle dazzle my damn self. I might have to
I like, I like
see
to
what
hit
we
him with the
talking
razzle
about right
dazzle.
there. Yeah, But very good show. I like what that young brother is doing over there, and his classmates, his selective few that do show up and do what they need to do and stick to the task. So
Right.
yeah, I'll be popping my head in and out of that G thing. I like what he has going on over there.
Definitely, definitely. So, what do you want to bring up first tonight, brother?
Well, it seemed like we talked a little bit about the good. Let's talk about the bad before we get to the ugly. So let's talk about
Let's talk about
the side effects of not having a good Father's Day. Rather, if you just
definitely,
didn't have a
definitely.
good Father's Day, you know what I mean, because you just didn't have a good Father's Day, or you was a father that should have had a good Father's Day, but just didn't go as planned. That's typically what we
Right.
tend to come across, and them type of topics usually don't get talked about. They usually get brushed under the rug. There was an interesting meme I came across today, and the top layer it had Mother's Day, the bottom layer it had Father's Day. And ironically, the top layer had, it was all lit, glittered, family members coming out, making it a real big deal about Mother's Day. Now, on the bottom half of that meme, it was just a brother all by himself with a beard, and I think maybe a half a Father's Day card. But it was just like how we just symbolized, pretty much it summed it up, Mother's Day versus Father's Day, and how Father's Day is just pretty much super underrated, you know. But yet we're the ones that get up, majority of the ones that get up, and set the infrastructure of the world or get out here and put our lives on the line. You know what I mean? It might not be for going for war for or for them particular type of reasons, but still stepping outside of your front door and trying to make a living and provide a roof over your kid's head or your family's head and put food on the table and things like that. It's a hard task. That's a very hard task. So and then every day that
And
you are a
why?
parent, whether male or female, whether if you are a parent, that's a sacrifice that you have to make on a daily. My thing is Father's Day, Mother's Day, that should be a day that should be celebrated every day, not just once a year, or acknowledged just once a year. You got brothers out
Right.
here that, bust their ass on a daily basis and still don't even get the decent respect or the appreciation in their own household, let alone one time of the year.
Yeah, I can definitely dig that, bro. I cannot lie to you. I think we froze.
I
Oh
still
no,
see the
we good.
time. Yeah, I
No,
still
no,
see
we
the
good.
time.
I was making sure. So do you feel like it's more? Do you feel like there's a reason why mothers are more celebrated than fathers when it comes to Mothers and Fathers Day?
It could be the simple fact of, maybe chivalry has a lot to play with it. Also, the fact that, the mother is the weaker vessel, so of course you want to cater more to the weaker vessel, regardless of anything. And I mean, it's your mom. This is a woman that is known to nurture and care for and things like that. So it's only natural that your mother gets that type of instinct of
Yeah, I
love
can
back.
definitely dig that, man.
You know what I mean?
I can definitely dig that. So my my take on it.
Yeah. Let me hear it.
I feel women require more attention than men do.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure.
And I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but I kind of feel like that's why it's so highly celebrated. The mother is the one who pushed the kids out. My son in here. What's up, Quincy? I feel like the mother is the one who pushed the kids out. She gives birth. She goes through all the trouble during pregnancy. So I think that's why it's celebrated more for women.
Mm. It makes sense. It
And
makes sense.
yeah, I
And
kind of think that's why it is. But I still think fathers need to be celebrated. To a
100%.
higher degree.
100%, because you don't just have fathers out there. You also have stepfathers, adoptive fathers, foster dads, dads that be in the community. Sometimes a big brother could be a dad, an uncle could be a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the big homies on the block, they can be a dad or a father figure, rather. You know what I'm saying? And those are just as much of a blessing as an actual dad that should have been there. But I mean, if you can even get one of those as a substitute, hey, kind of lucked up in life.
Yeah, I believe I'm blessed and lucky. My Father's Day is celebrated the same as, if not more, than Mother's Day. I feel like Talisha goes the extra mile for me, so I'm lucky, bro. Like when it comes to it.
And then you actually have some sisters out there that, you know what I mean, make sure that they man or they king or their dad or their brother, some male figure in their life gets absolutely appreciated, and not even just on that day, you know what I mean, on multiple days prior to that or even after that. But yeah, you do still have those particular women that will acknowledge that day and will go all out. But is it a vast majority?
Yeah, you're right. It's really not.
And
It's
then
really
and
not,
and
bro.
and then, and then look at it like this too, right? And this is how you know that it's real different. On Mother's Day, you can damn near go to every corner. They got a stand outside, teddy bears, flowers, this, that, and the third, right? On
Right.
Father's Day, it's dry. It's desert. It's desert twat. It's dry. You don't see none of that.
You're
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like, no stands on the corner. Ain't nobody trying to hold no flowers or sell no flowers. Nothing like that. We don't get no gift certificates for a bucket of chicken. We don't get none of that type of shit.
Nigga said gift certificates for a bucket of chicken.
Nah, you ain't about to get that. You remember back in the day, they used to give you like a tool belt and a Home Alone cassette tape. Now you don't get that. You don't get none of that no more. You'll barely get the bare minimum, which is, hey, I just want to let you know Happy Father's Day.
Right. Blood wash Stewie in the building. What's good with you, blood wash? Uh, I think it's also due to the fact that a lot of fathers were missing. So we getting around to the time where women are celebrating those men. They weren't used to it. Growing up, Father's Day came around. I remember being at school, like a lot of kids didn't even have a dad to give it to.
I say this too,
They
though,
had to do
right?
something for Father's Day. So
we can always, you know, sit here and I'm not just saying you, good brother, but just to add on to what you were saying, we can always sit here and talk about the coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? But the thing is this: when are more people going to step up, acknowledge the situation, like we pretty much do? But when is people going to step up and just be like, you know what, I want to help break the cycle? It's just that simple. And you know what
Right.
I'm saying? And I was only saying flowers as a symbol of significance. You know what I'm saying? Like if a woman can look at a bouquet of flowers or just a, a bundle of flowers as, you know what I mean, just the biggest thing that a man can do and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a biggest thing that well the bare minimum, like I was saying earlier, that they can do for a man, especially on Father's Day, is just hey, especially if you got kids, regardless if like you and the
Yeah.
mom get along or whatever the case may be. Hey, call your father, let him know Happy Father's Day. Birthdays, hey, call your father, let him know Happy Father's Day. The impact that
So
we
okay,
have.
let's talk. Let's dive
uh,
into that right there.
Yes,
Do you
yes, sir.
think the mother of the child should be on the kids about doing that if they're not together?
Now, under certain situations, I can understand if like the father is just completely absent, and then it's just like the mom just leave it up to the child to want to reach out and do that. That's kind of understandable. But now, if the father is actually an active father, there shouldn't be no reason why you know the mom can't just be like, hey, look, regardless of what's going on between me and your dad, reach out to your father and hey, tell him Happy Father's Day. Especially if you know for a fact the kid know the kid knows, the mom knows that you know the dad is trying his damn hardest. Yeah, don't make it worse for him, especially when he's trying.
Yeah, I can. That you head on with that. Like I feel you. So uh,
Now look though, I didn't mean to cut you off. Now here go the side effects. What about when you trying and you trying and you trying and it still doesn't matter? What do you do then?
I mean, this is what I'm learning about it. I want all of my family members to call me on my birthday. Happy birthday. At least post it, hit me in the inbox, text me. That'd be great. I don't really need a lot for Father's Day. I don't. Uh, I'm trying not to spend money. Period. Really, on Father's Day. Sometimes I'm trying not to. My sister Sean, she getting me a jersey, which it's her first time getting me something for Father's Day. So I'm blessed with. I'm so happy. She know I love jersey. I just feel like people feel like men don't require a lot. We so good at hiding our feelings, and you know they don't know that a simple hey, Happy Father's Day, how you doing? We miss you,
Can't
we
go a
love
long
you,
way.
thank you for everything you're doing. It'll be perfect. It don't have to
Yeah,
be anything extravagant.
and it can
I,
go a
I could
long
care
way.
less if the world is never going to see it like that. The world is never going to put flowers and buy your dad a gold chain or anything like that because it's not marketable. It's not. It doesn't bring in money. For Mother's Day, it brings in money. You pressured, because either you have a woman and you're the breadwinner, and you have a woman in your life that's a mother. Then you gotta take care of your mother. You know what I'm saying? Then
Right.
if you got a couple baby mamas, the baby mamas want you to at least call them, and because even though if y'all going through something, they still want to hear Happy Mother's Day from you because they pushed out your child.
Right, but then people also forget that it also took a man to put that child in that baby. I mean, to put that
Right.
child in the mother in order for that child to come out. That woman, a woman
That's
just
true.
doesn't carry the baby by herself. We all know that.
This is very
But
true.
see, look, even in a situation like that, the men, you know what I'm saying, get less of the credit. Yeah, we get it. The women, fertilize the egg and they hatch or whatever the case is. But it also takes a man for that also to create, for that also to happen. So just because we don't give birth or whatnot, we don't take no credit. We're not supposed to take any credit at all. We got to sign a birth certificate, raise the kid, pay child support, this, that, and the third, but we can't get no credit for nothing else. All of a sudden, when things go bad, this is my child and not ours.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then you got to deal with
Yeah,
this
I
shit for
mean, I've seen it happen.
18 years. Yeah, it happens every day on a daily. It happens every day on a daily. And these are the type of conversations
Talisha
that
said,
go ahead.
Talisha said, men are not looked at as liking flowers, bears, balloons, etc. But they should get that too if they like those things. Right.
Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that. And especially if it's coming from your significant other, I don't see nothing wrong with that at all. It was a comment
Caleb said,
about
"What father wants flowers?
I
Give a
was
nigga some
saying,
weed if he smoke. I promise you. Give a nigga some
right,
weed for Father's Day."
for sure, for sure. That's the ultimate flower. You know what I'm saying, for men. That's the ultimate flower.
That's the
But,
flower for Mario brother.
but that wasn't the point that I was making. You know, I don't really know too many men that want flowers. I was using that as a figure of speech. You know, if flowers are so important to a woman, like think what the bare minimum. That's what I was really getting at. The bare minimum. If flowers and all this recognition for Mother's Day is important to women, right? What do you think? Just the bare minimum for men. How you think we gonna feel
And
just to hear, hey, Happy Father's Day?
and
That's what I
Caleb
was
asked that
getting at.
question. She said, Caleb asked that. She said, "What do men really want for Father's Day though?" This is a valid question.
Just the bare minimum. If we can't really get what we want, like what we need is the bare minimum. Just the acknowledgement. Just to hear that, you know what I'm saying, and maybe get a little bit of peace or maybe a gift here and there. But the bare minimum is just, hey, I'm calling to let you know I acknowledge you as a good dad. You know, everything might not always be peachy on your side as far as fatherhood goes, but I do acknowledge that you're doing your best. That's the bare minimum. That don't cost nothing. That's absolutely free. But like I said, in some situations, that's even hard to get. Even depending on what type of relationship you got with your kids, or depending on what type of uh mind fuck get the parent of your child done put into the kid, that can alternate a kid's thinking as well.
Yeah. I want to play a quick video, real quick,
Yes,
and
sir.
I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about it. I found something on the internet that I wanted to put out, and I want to know what y'all think about it. This video, the first video I'm gonna play is like 30 seconds, so it's not that long. And if it needs to be played again, somebody let me know. Talisha, can you please bring me that drink that is on the counter? That would be greatly appreciated. Here we go.
Right back myself.
I want to give a very special Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there that won't be able to see their children. Hang in there. Don't quit. Keep the hope alive. And in time, the truth will come out. Because one day, you're going to get a Father's Day, not just with your kids, but their kids as well. I love y'all. Don't ever give up.
So I felt pain when I seen that from that guy. And what he was saying was basically what you were saying about something being. Thank you, appreciate it, sweetheart. Something not being the mother not letting him see the kids or something. Something went on with that. What do you think about that, bro?
Repeat that again, my good brother.
I, I said when I heard that when I seen that video and I heard it, it sounded like he was talking from a place of pain. Like the mother was doing something to where he couldn't be around his kids or something. Something was going on.
The
He really
clip you
didn't
just played
say. I can
on
play
me?
the video again
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
hear it. Did you hear it?
No, I didn't. I had stepped away. Can you play it for me one more time?
Here we go.
I want to give a very special Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there that won't be able to see their children. Hang in there. Don't quit. Keep the hope alive. And in time, the truth will come out. Because one day, you're going to get a Father's Day, not just with your kids, but their kids as well. I love y'all. Don't ever give up.
So did you catch that?
Yeah. You know what the sad thing is about that? Is that you hear stories like that on a daily basis. And here's the sad thing. If fathers like that tell themselves that as, inspiration, motivation to keep moving forward and in hopes that things will change. But for a lot of brothers in them type of situations, the harsh reality of that is a lot of times things don't change. And all of that hoping and wishing and, hate to say it, praying that you put forth into that, you might not get that opportunity. And I said that to say this. Are we promised tomorrow?
Never.
See, that's my prime example of why that, I say that all of the hoping and wishing and things like that is good to keep your spirits, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
alive and things like that. But at any given moment, you also got to let reality sink in that, what if it don't change? What if
Right.
that day never comes because tomorrow is not promised? And the more time that people hold a grudge between each other for whatever reason, things like that, you're just letting the opportunity of reconciling things just slip further and further away.
Yeah. Talisha said, I also think men who are co-parenting, they should have their kids on Father's Day if they're not at work. I totally believe that.
True indeed. True
I
indeed.
definitely believe that.
Now, if dad, for some odd reason, wants if he wants peace for that day, as one of his gifts, I think that should also be highly respected as well. You know what I'm saying? If that's a want that he feels he wants, okay, hey, thank you for the acknowledgement, things like that. Hey, I just want some peace to myself for this day. That should be no problem at all. And see, sometimes men just want that. They just want the damn house to themselves, just to let it dangle for a few hours. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey,
In peace. My nigga, like I'm telling you, like just letting it dangle, like you don't know how much stress that fucking takes off your shoulders.
right.
In peace.
Talisha said they can start their own traditions with their kids for Father's Day. Right.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
And I think that's where we at. Hold on, we got more comments in here. My son said some mothers get more praise for being a bitter baby mama than as a family woman.
Let's talk
Ooh.
about it.
Or at
That's
least
what I really want to get to. Let's talk about that. And it's funny that a
my
young
son,
man.
my
It's
son
funny
said
that a
that.
young man brought that to the table. I like that.
I'm finna,
I
I'm
like
finna, I'm
that.
finna read the whole
Where
comment.
is his
I'm
father
finna
at?
read the whole
Where is
comment.
his father at? Hey, it sounds like whoever that young man in the comments is, it sounds like his father done raised him right. I like that.
He says some
Now,
mothers get more praise for being a bitter baby mama than as a family woman, or at least
mm,
someone who lets the father be in the child's life.
mm,
Ooh.
well, well, we might have a little deacon in the comments. You understand me? I like that.
uh, Bloodwatch Stewie said Father's Day is ranked number 10 most celebrated holidays. Halloween is number 3. Ghosts and
God
goblins are
damn.
loved more than dads.
Yeah. So y'all telling me y'all love a bag of fucking candy more than y'all love the father in the household, the protector, the provider, the one that, you know what I'm saying, supposed to guide the path. Halloween is more important than fucking Father's Day. Like, do y'all hear this?
Yeah,
Do y'all hear this, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for pulling up them statistics, Bloodwash. But the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding.
Caleb said, in my situation, their father caused too much damage, and I try to let them know that and still their dad, but they rather not.
So like
and let
like
them
I
know that
said
that's still
earlier,
their dad, but they rather not.
right. Like I said earlier, everybody's situation, I understand, is totally different. Some men out there that have made babies, you can't necessarily look at them as fathers. Yes, they are biologically a father to somebody's child or to a child, period. But in our reality, do we respect them as dads or fathers? No, of course we don't. We're specifically talking about the dads that want to be there for their child, doing everything that they can for their child or children, and still get the back burner. We're talking
Uh,
about those kids that, you know what I'm saying, have to put up with the fact that like they are constantly being manipulated, constantly being told, "Hey, look, your father doesn't care for you. He's a piece of shit. This, that, and the third." But it's the total opposite. All based on, you know what I'm saying, the bitterness and the lies and the spitefulness of a woman.
right. Talisha said, unfortunately, I think it's due to too many. I think it's due to too many people not having a good relationship with their dad. That could be
No,
it too.
but could be that too. But here go a real problem that a lot of women don't want to admit. Here's the problem: they just don't know how to keep a goddamn man. Now, it's not only that; it could be a combination of all things. A lot of things that come with that. They don't know how to keep a man, treat a man. They don't know how to talk to a man. They don't know how to grow with the man. They don't know how to let the man lead. But then again, some men don't come fully equipped in relationships like that.
Right. Blood Watch Stewie said, hold on. He said, why do single moms want credit for being both parents on Mother's Day and Father's Day, but I don't get to
Because
see any. Stop my damn shit. But I don't get to see. Hold on, I'm sorry. Why do moms want credit for being both parents on Mother's Day and Father's Day, but I don't get to see any single dads wanting to tell them Happy Mother's Day? Crazy time we live in, right? And I've said this before. Dads don't go around saying, "Oh, I'm a single parent, so Happy Mother's Day to me."
right, it's the media. The media allowed these type of things to happen, and then the media gives people false information of entitlement. Meaning everybody can,
Right,
have their opinion or whatnot, but doesn't make it accurate, doesn't make it correct. No. But since it's in the media and everybody has their option to feel like they need to add their 12 cents or whatever the case is, this is what they're going to do. But now when you're getting force feed falsified information and it's just over and over and over and over time again, after a while you start believing a lot, or you just start going along with the hype. Not everybody does that, but majority of people do. But that's just a casualty of falling for the media.
right. Talisha said, because this includes adults not celebrating, not kids celebrating. Because this includes adults not celebrating, not kids celebrating. Right. The kids go by example. Talisha said there's a lot of adults who hate their dad, men and women. Absolutely. Now I do see that. Caleb said not knowing how to keep a man. She put the laughing emojis. You gotta elaborate on that if you're gonna laugh. Talisha said so true. That's not right. Quincy said, hold on. They get more love for wanting to take the money that the dads give for the kids, which they'll use for themselves.
Oh
Instead,
yeah,
they get mad when the dad gets the item or items the kids need. Whew.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's on a daily basis. I would tell you this: if men could have a certain type of amount that they know for sure that they can afford a month for child support, or if they could actually see where their money is going and how it's being spent for the child, it'd be a whole lot of it'd be a bigger different story. First of all, you will see a whole lot of a very big difference as far as the child as far as the child support for the child goes, because then you can keep a record of everything. You'll know shoes is being bought, clothes is being put on their back, food is being put on the table, the whole shit. Because why? Because you got documents, you got receipts and shit like that. But in these type of
My
situations,
son also said it's long-term problems caused by short-term greed.
you ain't lying. He dropping gems.
Like he dropped out of PE.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, man. He definitely on point with history. I tell you that. He should be getting flying colors in history class. I don't know about PE.
And mind you, my son is only 14 years old. And I'm in his
Right,
life. I'm his dad. I'm in his life every day.
right, right. Yeah, you can tell when kids have a active parent.
Yeah.
You can tell.
I remember showing up to his football game and barely seeing any dad.
Now
I was
that
like,
there,
damn.
that could be for various reasons. You know, some dads probably couldn't make it because they had to work. Some dads probably just didn't care to go. Some dads probably don't even know about it. Now, in a situation like that, you would think, uh, uh, typically, or speaking from a stereotype, damn, I'm the only dad, or maybe just a few dads out here, but where are the other dads? So of course it kind of looks bad. It kind of looks offish. But when you dig a little more deeper, you go a little more down the rabbit hole, and you start thinking about the what ifs and the possibilities of why they cannot be here, then it's like you start having a different perspective. Now, for the ones that just can't make it because, like I said, they might just have to work or wasn't aware about it, or just didn't get that type of information because of maybe because of the whole visitation goals and things like that. And we all know, like sometimes moms like to keep certain information away from the dad. Sometimes dad like to keep certain
Right.
information away from the mom. So things like that can happen. It's typical. But in situations like that, I try not to look too judgmental on situations like that because you just never fully know what's all going on.
Right. Bloodwash Louis said, I ain't gonna lie, Father's Day this year was amazing for me. Not only did I get celebrated for being a father to my own children, I got celebrated and honored for being a bonus dad. In parentheses, he put stepdad. Felt good to be honored. Absolutely.
Oh, for
Absolutely, man.
sure. That's always
Absolutely.
a good thing.
With
Um,
that being said, I want to play a second video that I have. Do y'all mind? We good? This video is like a minute and a half long.
yeah, bring it up.
Here we go. I want to make sure y'all get it. He brought that up right on time. Oh, sorry, I didn't get to clip it. It was a. I'm gonna tell you about the video because I have
What's his name?
something else that I want to play. I didn't get to clip the video all the way. For some reason, it wouldn't go through. But it was a kid was about maybe 15 years old, and it was Father's Day. It was this year, and the kid uh, presented his dad with adoption papers for Father's Day to adopt him, and it
Mm,
was his stepfather, and I think it was
mm.
super dope, super dope. Sorry, I didn't get to clip that in, y'all. Sorry, I was rushing. Forgive me.
No, that's totally understandable. I see things like that, right? And I say, man, that's amazing. The fact that uh, an outsider had that much impact on a child's life that, needed somebody to be there, right? And I always find that
Right,
remarkable. And it's funny how you can have you can build a relationship like that with between two strangers that ended up becoming son and father, father and son, or you know, daughter and father, and things like that. Just foster child and a parent. I think that's
right.
always
Be
dope.
love in the building. Erica Nicole in the building. What's good with y'all?
But
On join the
but
conversation. Sorry, y'all. I meant to announce y'all being in here. Talisha said, I think the solution should be for men and women to start celebrating Father's Day more, making it a big deal, making their own tradition. Right,
I think so too, and I highly think that it should be celebrated every day, not just one day out of the year, on both spectrums,
right.
with the mother and the father.
Because it's bigger than just that one day.
Oh, way bigger than just that one day because you're not just raising your kids just one day. So why should you only
Right.
get acknowledged one day out the year?
Alki Dash in the building. What's good with you, Alki? Definitely. I do have another video to play though, and this is more along the lines of a woman saying Happy Father's Day to herself because she's a single mom. But listen to what she say, and I want y'all to kind of understand where I'm coming from when I picked this video. This video did come through. Here we go.
Magic Park Memories. I'm at Germany at Epcot. It's Sunday, June 15th. It's Father's Day, and it is not crowded here at all, considering, and I'm going to show you all around. And I love Germany because it's very beautiful. And I just want to say Happy Father's Day. And if you have your dad, you're very blessed. I haven't celebrated Father's Day since 2001. I lost my dad. And I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the single moms out there, like myself. I raised my son all by myself, and he grew up without a dad. So we did two jobs. We did two jobs as a parent, a mom and a dad. So God bless all the single moms. They deserve credit too.
Okay, so this is why I picked.
Can we celebrate all the single moms on Mother's Day, please?
Hold on. All right, hold on. Hold on. So this is why I picked this video.
Bullshit, yo.
She came in on the right tempo, I believe.
Oh, she did, for sure. She did. She did.
She came, but what threw me off, this is what threw me off. She said she hasn't celebrated Father's Day since 2001, I believe she said, because her father passed away, correct?
Right.
That's what she said in the video. Then she turned around and said, I've been raising my son on my own, so happy Father's Day to me.
Right.
And to all the single mothers out there. Look, ladies, I want to get this out here clear. For you ladies out there raising your kids by yourself, you're a super fucking mom. You are.
Right.
You went above and beyond the call because some coward ass nigga didn't want to be there for whatever reason or however it went down. If you feel like, that's what happened, that's not always the case. But if you had to do that and the father chose not to be there at all, hey, more power to you. You're a super mom. You are not a fucking father.
No.
You're not. You're not a dad. You're a super mom that showed up because somebody else didn't. You're not that.
Yes.
Don't water down what us fathers are doing, saying that you're a mother. Because saying that you're a father, you're a mother. You're an extremely good mother.
And it's nothing wrong with that, ladies. My mother had to, play more of an extra role because my father was in the military. He wasn't a Rolling Stone. She just had to play more of an extra role when he wasn't around. So we get it and we honor that. But at the same token, and I'll go a little further, right? Now let's flip the script for a minute, right? Because we all know this happens. Now let's just say, I don't know if the lady was telling the truth or whatnot. That's really not here or there. But let's just say, as an example, everything that she was saying was just a front. Now let's just say that particular man that wanted to be, a father to her child and things like that. He was doing everything in his power to do what he possibly can to be there, but she just wasn't allowing it. She was doing everything in her power for that not to happen. Does that man still not get the credit for trying?
I believe you get the credit for being a father if you're doing all you can to be there. Honestly,
exactly.
I don't believe my boy Bloodwatch Stewie said a father is a man, a mother is a woman. If a mom is single and a dad ain't there, mom doesn't become a man become a man all of a sudden. You're just a good mom.
Yeah, because you still can't.
I'm serious about this.
You still can't teach a boy how to become a man, just like men can't teach a girl how to become a woman. A woman. However, we're just there, to pick up the extra slack that is required in order to raise this child. But no, just because I know how to make some blueberry muffins and shit like that, that don't make me the mom.
Right. Talisha said, I understand single mom's heartache. I just don't think that they need to take the day away from men, especially because the good ones are overshadowed by the bad ones. Right.
Oh yeah, now that's deep. Now that's deep. Now, if women can, and I'm not talking about for the ladies that actually put their pride to the side and still try to be like, hey, look, acknowledge your father. You know what I mean? Because this is his day. I'm only talking about the ladies that like would deprive that day from a man, knowing that he did everything in his power to be there for his children, and not just even on that day, just every day in particular. You know what I mean? Because we, like I be saying all of the time, it's just not one day out of the year that a man is supposed to get acknowledged for raising his kid, or it's just not just going to be one day out of the year that a man is going to raise his kid. Every day, if a man is doing what he's supposed to do as far as being there for his kid, then yeah, you should acknowledge that.
Right.
Even if you don't say it, at least you acknowledge it. Like, okay, that brother over there, I know he's a good dad. I see him on the daily. You know what I'm saying, with his kids, and you don't have to say anything. You can just sit back and observe.
I'm looking at some of these comments. Caleb said, there is a saying that I say, as a mother can't teach a son how to be a man, that's a father's job. So all that I'm your mom and dad is out the window if you have a son. No shade to the mothers that did have to raise their sons alone. Right. Right, man. Look, y'all coming through tonight.
A lot of women be trying to raise boyfriends and not their child, or they be trying to raise best friends and not their daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
And that's real. You know what I mean? Like we see that a lot. We see that a whole lot. But then you will want a man to come into your life, you know, not only play the role as a significant other, but also play the role as a father figure. But then you don't necessarily want that man to play the 100% role as a father, especially if he's a
Right.
good one. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women pick the most, excuse my language, but the most piece of shit guys to like want to lay up on, have sex with, you know what I'm saying? Have some type of history, whatever the case is, but then they'll have their kids in the middle of that. So now you're jumping from the frying pan to the crock pot because you can't keep a man for one, and you can't keep a solid relationship for two. And now you done
Hey,
got some dirt bag around your children, knowing that you got the children's fathers out there that's fighting to be for their kids. Now you want to push him away because you're being bitter, and now you want to bring in fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry to try to fill the void. And but now that you got all of this mess around your children.
right. Absolutely. Bloodwatch Stewie said, karate chop to the throat of any woman who wants a happy Father's Day. He said, right in your Adam's apple.
Let's make applesauce. So the
Talisha
same thing
said,
to me.
we can't hear everyone's story. Talisha said, we can't hear everyone's story with the what if they're lying perspective. It doesn't allow for comparison or compassion. I'm sorry. We all have a story. Absolutely.
That's very, very true. So, and then that's why I try to do my best not to be too judgmental or judgmental at all, because you just never know like a person's story or what they could be going through or why they're going through this at that moment. But just based off statistics and based off the things that we know, based off the things that we done seen, based off experiences and shit like that. As far as when it comes to men, and I'm just only talking about the men that are trying to be a dad. I'm not talking about nobody else or nothing else. I'm only talking about the men that are trying. They're 100% best. And then the men that eventually just get tired of trying. I'm talking about them men. They go through hell
Al-
to try to be a parent.
Alki Dad said can't replicate a dad. Right. You cannot.
But it's funny
You
how
cannot
like
replicate a
so many
father.
women say, but I feel that young man on that, and yes, that's very true to a sense. But why do we have these women out there trying to do that? They're trying to replicate, you know, the absence of a father on a daily basis. And what I mean by that, just the absence of a father not in the household. And them and them type of situations can either go left or right. Just because he's not in the household doesn't mean that he's not an active father.
Right. Quincy said, you know, he's a deadbeat, but still chose to get pregnant by him. Crazy
That
work.
too. That too. Yeah. That too. And women have a good sense of judgment for the most part. For the most part, they choose to be with the bad dudes or the bad guys because they feel that, you know, bad guys are more fun. The boring dudes always get passed up on a daily. The good boring guys, they're boring. They get passed up on a daily. But
They got
the
songs
bad
about it.
guys, the celebrities, and things like that, those are the guys that the women are usually going to fall for. The guys
They
that
have
they
songs
know.
about it.
Yeah, yeah. On a daily. On a daily. You are what you eat. You are who you attract.
Literally.
Yeah. So now when you get that, you're gonna have to deal with the circumstances, the results of it.
Now, in defense of some women, I'm not gonna lie, some dudes really put on a facade like they something else and then
Oh, for
change
sure.
up.
For sure. For sure. But that goes with the fake it till you make it. Women do that all the time. They put on the, you know what I'm saying, the bat wings on the eyes, you know, the 20, 50 shades of makeup, all of that type of shit.
That nigga said the bat wings on the
Yeah. I'm surprised they ain't
Gotham
flying
City don't
away every
need y'all
time.
tonight.
I'm surprised every time they blink, they don't start flying away.
Caleb said good guys finish last.
Super. Learn how to
Oh,
be a rude gentleman. Fellas, learn how to be a rude gentleman and keep this shit player with the ER.
and, uh, I'm gonna be hated for saying this. When I was single, the more I didn't pay attention to the woman or didn't treat her good, the better she treated me.
Man,
Honestly, I'm not being funny. I watch
it's
some dudes go the extra mile for a woman, and they get dogged out by a nigga that's on a beach cruiser.
it's it's
That
like the church up in here. It sound like church up in here.
I've seen it
Somebody
happen.
talking.
And I'd be like, damn, like this dude wanted to give you the life that you complained about that you wanted, but you just didn't want it from him. And I've seen that
And
with
that
dudes
goes
too.
back to this, right? A woman would give her heart to a guy that's a piece of shit, but keep the kids away from a guy that they know wants to be there for their child. You
Right.
see how stupid the mind is? Where the fuck is the logic on that note? There is none. Now I'm not. We not talking about all ladies. There are a good group, a good handful of women out there that do have their head on their shoulders, a good head on their shoulders. But then there's a lot of women that just have their head all the way up their ass and don't know which way is right from left.
Absolutely. Talisha, if you're listening, can you please bring some of those flowers that the men want? I just want to take a couple puffs, a couple drink drags on the zigzag. Don't bring it in here, please.
Right. If men
But
want flowers, then we'll just give you
yeah,
flowers. What's
I
up
want
with
some
shit is
flowers
that?
right now.
I want some flowers.
Please, I'm just asking
Only
for
flower that
I
you
ask
need
the
to
father.
pass me. Hey, Papas. The only flower if you need to pass me is the one that go for fried chicken. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't asking you know.
However, it goes.
I ain't asking.
Fried chicken or some good old cookies do good for me.
Oh my mama. You know what I'm saying? Let me make some rolls out this bitch.
Blow Eyed Stewie said, check your DMQ. I can't check it right now because I'm on the program, so I can't check it right now. But I definitely will look into it. I definitely will get that played too on one of the shows if you sent me a video. I definitely got you, bro. Let me see. Quincy said it's weird because they want attention but don't want it, then beg and cry and say they don't care, then crawl back. Ma'am, please go to therapy.
Oh
What?
my God. Yo, man, what is y'all feeding that young man over there? He broke that down. Can you run that back? Because it was something that I wanted to touch on with just listening to that.
Quincy said it's weird because they want attention but don't
Mm.
want it, then beg, then cry and say they don't care, then crawl back. Ma'am, please go get therapy.
Stop. Right there. They'll say that they don't care, but then they'll crawl back. They don't care, but then they'll crawl back. Let's say that one more time. They don't care, but then they'll crawl back. I know this is from experience. I'll give you a little story, right? I got his favorite MC that I like, Kid Zoo. Good dope MC, right? I was just having to sit down with him not too long ago, and he was just telling me about all little situation about how
He said Kid Zoo, right?
yeah, Kid Zoo.
Yeah, I got
Dope
some songs
MC.
for him. I got some songs for him.
Yeah, dope MC. We was having a discussion not too long ago. He was just he was having he was rapping a taste on it or whatnot, and then he was explaining to me how like these certain people that he just be noticing that be checking out his lives or his stories and shit like that just randomly just be popping up on his timeline. So you know how you can go to your stories and you see who's checking you out. And he was telling me that he just noticed just randomly it's a whole lot of people that he don't necessarily mess with or had some bad vibes with or whatever the case was over the years. He just has his fallouts with just randomly just start popping up, snooping on his shit or whatnot. And then he was telling me about this particular name that he just happened to come across that he had some history with. And then he just didn't understand, like, why would this person just out of nowhere just, be snooping around and quote unquote crawl back. You understand me? Now, in situations like that, if it's over, then it's over, Rover. Go on with your life. If something didn't go right between you and this particular person, then by all means, if it was so hazardous, then by all means, you should completely separate yourself from this person. Shouldn't have no ties. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be snooping around. You shouldn't be worried about whatever they got going on. But little Quincy just hit it.
So this is what I found out, and this is what this is just my take on it. If I don't fuck with you, if we not cool, or if I got a beef with you, I'ma block you.
Yeah.
Or just block you. Now, if I don't have no beef with you, if I don't have no beef with you, and it was something you did that I feel like, oh man, that shit wasn't cool, I'm gonna fall back. That's different. But if I got a beef with you, then I'm just gonna block you. That way, you can't pop up on nothing that I'm doing. You can't pop up on my stories. You can't do none of that. If I'm really not fucking with you, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block every page that I know that you go to. If I see it pop up on my stories, I'm gonna go find that and I'm gonna block you. That's simple.
But you see how like you got to go through those type of circumstances based on a person that didn't like you or doesn't like you from what they say, but now all of a sudden, quote unquote, wants to crawl back.
Then you should block that person.
If
you know, and I don't get it. I don't get it. If I got a real beef with you, I'm not gonna take the time out of my day to see that you watch me. I'm just gonna block you. I'm just gonna block you. This way I know you can't see nothing that I'm doing. You can't see my stories. You can't do none of this. It makes no sense.
What do you think will be the purpose of a woman doing that?
Blocking somebody?
No.
Or watching your page?
Yeah. So like little Quincy just said, with the whole comment that he just made. What do you think would be the woman purpose of doing something like that? Let's just say it was a complete bad fallout. Of course, the kids is in the middle, but it was a complete bad fallout between you and your other significant other at that time. Complete bad fallout. Y'all go on with your life, this, that, and the third. You move on, she move on, this, that, and the third. But of course, since y'all have a kid, the attachment is still there. Now, for some odd reason, if things just still doesn't work out, after time goes on, like I said, you go your way, I go mine. there shouldn't be no type of inquiring connect on either end, right?
Right.
So what would be the point of a woman to want to come back around and shit like that? If it was just so bad, this, that, and the
Being
third,
nosy.
why would you feel bad? Yeah,
Being nosy. Anybody that if you're not cool with somebody, I'm not gonna click on your page to watch you. K Love said, I ain't blocking shit, keep watching me, ho. You kind of like the attention then.
right.
You like the attention that this person is giving you instead of blocking them so you don't have to complain about it. So you don't even have to see like, hey, look, you blocked, bow. Now you can't even watch my shit. It's a simple fix. Like that's what I'm gonna do. If we come to head and we bumping heads like that, folks, I'm gonna just block you. I'm protecting my peace. It's so expensive to protect your not protect your peace. It's cheap to protect your peace. It's free to block. It's free. It's free. Big free. You don't want somebody watching your page? Block the fuck out of them. Talisha says some people go back for manipulation or control. Right. Block you. I'm blocking you.
Now that's the
Man
answer.
or woman.
That's the answer that I was looking for right there. The reason of why some people go back for manipulation or control.
Well, Talisha, can you manipulate or control a piece of blood in here?
No. So on the aspect that of what you're saying, you're going more to the solution of the problem. I'm trying to figure out why would they want to start in this whole situation. To Alicia pretty much answered that question. So either looking for manipulation or control. Yes, either that or the plan, or that, and then it's also addition to the grass really wasn't that green on the other side like they thought that it was. So now they want to try to, weasel their way back somehow, some way, through manipulation or through control. You're all right.
Quincy said, 1, she doesn't want her followers to drop. 2, she can't let go. 3, she crazy. 4, she nosy.
What was number 1?
Let's run them numbers down again. Because he answering you, Zoo. He answering what you asked. He said, why does a female do that, right?
Well, what was number 1 again?
1, she doesn't want her followers to drop. 2, she can't let go. 3, she crazy. 4, she nosy.
Man, it's all the above. But but the first one just threw me for a loop. Like I wasn't expecting that one. That first one was hilarious.
Talisha said, or they go back because it's familiar, or they know they can use you. Whew.
Now, that usually is like the first few stages of departure. You're going to go through that because something is going to make you want to come back. If it's not the sex, then it could be the kids. It could be the household. It could be something there is still connected, making you want to go back. But you're going back to nothing but a hellhole. You have to find your way to departure. And until you find your way to departure and find time to heal, you're only going to keep going backwards.
Right. The numbers ain't worth it to me. I don't give a fuck. If I know you there to give me a headache, I'm just gonna block you.
But the thing is,
you don't get the privilege. You don't get the privilege of peeking into my life. You don't get that. You don't get the privilege of knowing what I'm doing. Whatever. Like you don't.
I get that, but now we topic jumping. You know what I'm saying? We more staying current about what you talking about, Q. What Talisha talking about is more, you know what I'm saying, as far as dealing with that person.
Right.
Or a person trying to make their way back to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? But when you got kids in the middle of the whole situation, it makes things 20 times more complicated. Way more complicated. Now, with some females, and my hats off to those females that actually do still try to have some type of relationship between the kids and the fathers. And they don't go through all of the extreme shit that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of other bitter women do. So my hat's off, my hat goes off to those particular women. And one thing I
Right.
can say is that those women, the vast majority of them will still try, no matter how hard it is. Hey, look, reach out to your dad, or hey, think, when are you gonna come pick these kids up? You know what I'm saying? So something
Right.
like that. Compared to a lot of women that, you know what I'm saying, is just really real bitter and then really real stuck on, you know, manipulating the whole situation, and they're just making it seem like to the kids and putting these bad seeds in the kids' head and making it seem like the dad just really don't give a fuck, and it's never
Right.
and
Cubana
that
Queen in the building. What's good with you, Cubana Queen? But yeah, I can't do nothing but agree with you. I don't agree with the you get to watch me if I'm not fucking with you. I don't agree with that.
oh hell
If
yeah,
I'm
hell
not
yeah.
fucking with you in the sense to where we bumping heads or it's detrimental to me, nigga, then you don't get that privilege.
And if you're the cause of why like the kids are bitter with the father, whatever the case is, oh yeah, keep your ass all the way over there. Don't come
Yeah.
back over here.
You don't get to do that. You don't get to pick and choose what you see of me to show the world because that's what happened. Oh, look, he said this on this day, girl. And, man, look, block. Now you got to call me and have a grown person conversation.
Right. But you know what? The bridge has done got burnt so bad, or it got damaged, or it has done got so damaged to where we can't even have that conversation. We can't even cross paths now.
Right.
Once
And
you get
that's
to
how
the
some
certain point,
relationships go. Some relationships
right,
go that way.
right. And then when you have kids in the middle of that, like I said, you tend to have these fathers that, you know, still want to have a relationship with their children, but because of the bad fallout between the moms, now they got to go through all this whole manipulated situation to where like you're just fucking caught up in the twilight zone.
Man, I mean,
And
ain't nothing wrong with it. Quincy said, this is what the women said. He said, I didn't block him because that's mean. He's like family until it's ovulation week. He said, I don't talk to him. Why should I block him? I've seen these excuses firsthand, by the way. It's what my son is saying.
that young fella's a bad man. I didn't block him because that's me.
He said, because it's ovulation week, until it's ovulation week. He said, until she on her period. This nigga, wow, man. Who's raising these kids?
Block him because that's me. Bitch, you've been keeping the kids away from a nigga since they was 3. But you don't want to block them because that's
Nigga. Like, make it make
yo,
sense.
yo,
I seen dudes
that's
do it
not
too with females.
Yo, I don't know what type of recipe he got going, but he definitely cooking right now. I tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
He
The Jones
cooking.
house got some chefs in here, man. Please believe.
He for sure cooking tonight.
That nigga said, he didn't say on her period. He said, until it's ovulation week. Oh,
He had to bust out the dictionary for that one. Let me make sure I'm
man.
saying it right.
Make sure I'm saying this right.
Right.
Oh, man. See, and this is what I'll be wanting to talk about. She said, what do you be watching? Nah, me and him just be talking. Me and Quincy be having some real conversations, man.
That's good game. That's good game. Those are the type of conversations that you must have with your children. Daughter or son, it doesn't matter because they're going to grow up and be in a relationship one day. And you have to pass down these type of traditional traits. I was having a conversation with a lady the other day on Facebook, and I was just trying to explain to her about passing on tradition. And the young lady just had the nerve to argue with me about that. And I said, you know what? I almost was about to argue with her back. I said, you know what? You're right. You're right.
Nigga. And I'm telling you, fellas, I'm giving y'all a real tip here. I'm not being funny or nothing else. The 2 words that Zeus Samuels just said, is gonna save you a lot of stress. You know
A
what?
whole lot. A
You
whole
right.
lot. You're right.
You right.
That can break up a whole conversation, a whole argument. And that can just shut it
You gonna
down.
break it down.
You're
You
right.
right.
You're right. Let her keep yelling. Let her think that she's right, knowing that she's wrong as fuck. But hey, you're right.
You're
You're
right.
Yeah, just leave it at that. Yeah.
What are you gonna say after that? No, don't tell
Yeah.
me I'm right. That's what we arguing about.
Right.
You being right,
That's
right?
what nigga, the price is right. And you right. You're right.
Come on down. Price is right.
Come on down. Because you're right.
Yeah, you're right. We got prizes for you upstage. You finna spin the wheel, and you going to the big show after this. Like, you right.
Mm-hmm. Exit left, but hey, you're right. You're right.
You're right. I don't hate when you say it. I hate when you tell me I'm right and then continue to tell me. I mean, when you tell me I'm right, but then continue to tell me why I'm wrong. Talisha, I don't hate when you say it. I just know what's coming after it. Like, you're right. I'd be like, all right, cool. You know, because you don't even listen. You just told me I was right.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But you're right.
You're right.
But you're right. He said, nah, LOL, I don't. Yeah, you do. Oh,
I mean,
yeah, you
look.
do.
In all reality, I know how to write. But you right.
But you're right.
You're right.
I think I'm gonna write a letter. Because you're right.
Because you're right.
You're right. I don't even raise my left. I don't even raise my left hand when I'm talking. I only raise the right.
Right.
Because you're right.
Right.
Quincy said, I just say what I see. Damn. Your mama gonna get you for that one, son. Talisha said, I know I'm right. Exactly. That's what she said. I know I'm right. Okay, you're right.
You're right. Don't let nobody think that you're wrong. Especially when
nobody.
You're right.
I just want to finish watching The Price is Right.
You're right. Everything.
That's it. Come on down.
If you ain't got a left blinker, guess what? You're right.
Right.
We out the window like this. You're right.
That's it. That's all I got for you. Only going right. Only
You're
going
right. Are you sure? You're right.
You're right.
Raise your right arm if you're sure. You're right. But yeah, though.
Caleb said, now if we say y'all right, y'all like, I know I'm right. What? What kind of conundrum is that? So if you told him that he right and he say, I know I'm right, that makes it wrong? That makes it a reason to dig back into the argument? That's why you don't say we right? You crazy.
Right. Caleb,
right.
You're right. You're right, Caleb.
You know what, but you're right. You're right.
Left-handed chef. You right.
You're right.
Right on.
That nigga.
Right on.
Right. I'm trying to get a tax right off.
You right.
You right. That's all it is.
Shit.
when both your hands is up, that means you officially giving up the argument. You right. Okay,
Right.
you right. The thing is, women hear when we say you right, as in we don't want to hear them arguing no more. And guess what?
Yeah.
You right.
Yeah. So how the hell can, even when you're right, you're wrong? Am I right?
As a motherfucker.
Okay, I'm right. So damn, like, ladies, in a situation like this, when are we really right? But should we stick to the topic at hand? We should stick to the topic at hand, though, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. All right. So back to lecture at hand, because that's a whole nother topic. We'll say that for next week or something like that. Who's right? Who's wrong? Maybe that just might be the next concept.
Talisha said, "When I put my hands up, I'm like a black bear." You right.
Yeah, you're right.
Guess who? Guess who? Crocodile Dundee ass loves sleeping with the animals. You right.
You're right.
Guess who loves sleeping with the bears? You right.
So we
Right.
talked about the good. We talked about the bad. Now let's finish it off with the ugly.
Let's do that.
The ugly truth is this, ladies and gentlemen. When you have a fallout between both of the parents, and like I said, we're not talking about the deadbeats. We already know where they land at, resign at, but we already know how we look at them. We're talking about fathers that do not get the appreciation. For one, don't get the appreciation that they deserve, that they earn, and then they don't even get the relationship gets tarnished between them and the child because of a bitter woman. Talking about that. Now, when it gets down to the ugly side of things, you know, a lot of brothers, and I know this from experience, and I know this from various amount of men that I've spoken to, and I talk to on the daily. Now, a lot of these men that I know and I done seen from experience, and I done seen with my own eyes, are good fathers. Whatever happened between them and the mothers of the child should not take away from them being an actual good dad. So that when we boil down to the ugly side of things, you know, when fathers have Father's Day and they can get a phone call
Right.
from their child, or they can't see their child, or birthdays, they can't see their child, let alone a phone call. Christmas, Thanksgiving, special holidays, family gatherings, things like that. That's the real bitter, ugly side. And now let's just say year one comes. You got 18 years, you know what I'm saying, to like make this happen as much as you can with the other parent, and make it happen as cordial as you most possibly can. So let's just say, okay, the year one goes by. You can't make it for whatever reason, even though you wanted to be there. Year two goes by. You can't make it for whatever reason, even though you wanted to be there. Year three goes by. You do everything in your power just to get the door shut in your face. 4, 5, 6 goes by, and then it's just like, fuck. Do I really keep putting myself out there? Just keep getting my hands slapped away, door slammed in my face. You know what I'm saying? Damn near your freedom getting jeopardized because all you want to do is just keep it, and you're trying your hardest to be a parent. Court cases, you're trying to be cordial with the mom, you're trying to work it out with other family members, whatever the case may be, and just shit is just not working. What do you do from
Right.
there? At this point, it has gone from, hey, look, I'm asking nicely, I just want to see my kid, this, that, and the third. Then eventually it's gonna get to, hey, look, I'm telling you now, I want to see my kid, this, that, and the third. You're not gonna just be so passive about things like that in a situation like this. It's going to start getting more aggressive. You're going to start coming up with different more ways to go around the whole situation in order to get your kid, in order to have a relationship. But by all the time that is going by, and all of the years that are stacking up, and all this time that is going by, the kid doesn't know any better. And if the kid is being
Right.
fed all this bullshit information, manipulation, and control and things like that, that kid is only going to grow up to know the bad side and the bad things that's been spilled into their head about their father. The whole time they don't see on the other end that no, dad is really out here fighting for you as much as they possibly can, but it's hard. A lot of kids don't see that side. A lot of kids, you know what I'm saying, just hear what they hear from the mother, or think they just know a good portion, but don't understand, you know what I'm saying, the steps that the father had to walk through until they become a parent themselves.
Right.
And this is what
Yeah.
you were saying earlier, Q. And this is what I was saying earlier, Q, about earlier, like, you know, yeah, the child could eventually come back around and have their own mind frame, you know what I'm saying, after a while or whatnot. But like I said, none of us are tomorrow. So all of that time that done went by, all of that manipulation that
Wasted.
done happened, yeah, and now it's wasted. And now, okay, so let's just say maybe you might just get like a few months, you know what I'm saying, to reconcile the situation, because by this time he could have caught cancer, yeah, health conditions, you know what I'm saying, fucking about to fall off, whatever the case is. Now all of a sudden your kid wants to come back around. All of that goddamn time that I was searching for you and I was trying to reach out to you and things like that, I was just getting my hand slapped away, door slammed in my face. Now that I'm on my fucking deathbed, now you want to come around. Some fathers are
Yeah.
going to have to realize that they might just end up in a position like that. Compared to all of these fucking deadbeats that could have had, you know what I'm saying, made that significant turnaround, you know what I'm saying, for their children. And they actually have the baby mamas that was trying to make that happen. But you see how like opposites attract and how so much the world is so fucked, especially when it comes to kids and trying to carry on tradition. The cycle has to be broken, ladies and gentlemen, in order for us to carry on tradition or want to carry on tradition, in order for us to have a successful generations to come. We have to break the cycle.
Yeah. And that's basically what this show is about. We
Yep.
do. The times
We
that
can
we've been
sit
on here,
back,
we're trying to break the cycles of certain bad habits that we've learned as a people.
we can sit back and we can joke and we can say this, that, and the third about men or about women, whatever the case may be. But we are trying to get to the root of the problem and not just be part of the problem no more. We want to be part of the resolution.
So is that going to be the name of our show now? Breaking the cycle with
Breaking the
Quincy
cycle.
with the questions and Zoo Samuels.
Yes, sir. Why not? Break the cycle. We need to come up with
Breaking the cycle.
a little trademark or something too. A little design. That's what I was trying to say. A logo.
Oh yeah, we can get that done. That's no problem,
Mhm.
man. Definitely, man. It was good information tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man, we want to leave them with anything?
Um, as far as far as the fathers go, I know it's hard. I don't necessarily know who this message is all going to reach and how many men are going to actually watch this video. But to whom it may concern, um, I know it's hard, man. It's very hard, and I'll be in the same position myself at times. Allow yourself to go past your limits for your kids, but never allow yourself to lose your freedom. You never allow yourself to lose your sanity. Because once you lose them too, then it's going to be very, very hard to fight for your kids. Your sanity and your freedom is very, very delicate and very, very important. And if you do not have them too, you can't think righteously and positive. You won't be able to provide. You won't be able to protect. You won't be able to even be around your kids. You know what I'm saying? And just be you, be the loving, you know what I'm saying, man that you need to be, let alone a father. But um, my heart goes out to those dads that like tried and tried and tried and just gave up. I know that feeling. I done seen it. I know from experience. It's very, very hard. And a lot of them brothers, that's not the first option that they wanted to come up with. But they just had to, you know what I'm saying? They don't put themselves through the ringer so much, you know what I mean, that they're just pretty much broken. And they don't know how to heal. So you know what I mean? I also wanted to talk about them particular dads because it's a lot of dads out there that I know that just, you know what I mean, just happen to have a baby. And I don't like to say like people have kids by the wrong people, because if that was the case, then they wouldn't have the child that they have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't necessarily like to say that, but it was just maybe it's just the wrong time to have that particular child by that particular person.
Bad timing.
Yeah, bad timing because I I don't believe in mistakes at all. I believe that God made everybody for a reason, and God is going to have you cross paths with certain people for a reason. You know what I mean? But if you're a father out there and you're trying to be in your kid's life, do everything that you can do to do that. So at the end of the day, that your kids know, even though pops wasn't around for whatever reason, he did his best. He tried. Maybe I didn't give him, what I'm saying, like the time of day that I should have gave him, but he never gave up. He he still made sure I was okay, or he still made sure he checked up on me, or whatever the case may be. Because we all know that you don't have to be the richest dad in order to be a father. You don't have to.
Right.
You can be the poorest motherfucker and still be a great dad. Is putting that time and that dedication into those kids' life. We all know that, every dad like can't afford the latest and greatest, but just spend some time.
That's it. So we're gonna leave y'all with. Shout out to Zeus Samuels, man. We got to make sure. So I guess we got the name of the show. It's gonna be called Breaking the Cycle.
Breaking the
Uh,
cycle.
I'm gonna do some artwork for it. See what we can put up. Artwork definitely gonna be coming soon. I guess we're gonna be a staple on the Full Cup podcast, man. We adding so many different shows and avenues to the Full Cup, man. And I like the way it's working out. Honestly, I get to get off work, have a little bit of therapy, a couple drinks. It just works out for me, man. Definitely. I want to thank you for even coming on, Zeus Samuels. It's definitely dope.
Oh yeah, sorry for my late entry, but like I said, you just can't not rush greatness. You understand me?
Nigga,
You
your ass
understand
here on time, nigga.
me?
Y'all be easy, man. Thank y'all for tuning into the Full Cup, breaking the cycle with Quincy with the questions and Zeus Samuels, man. We will definitely be back. So we're gonna do this on Monday nights.
Yeah, Monday nights, and then we'll also be having when I talked to Kidzu earlier. No, Jake Blitz. That's what I was talking to. He has the he moved from the set the bar high from Friday nights to Monday nights. So we also got that on Monday nights now as well until
So
further notice.
Monday nights, yeah. So make sure y'all go follow my boy Derek Miller. We do set the bar high. Kid Zoo. No, it's Zoo. Who? No, it's
That's Jake Blitz.
that's Jake Blitz. Jake Blitz
Yeah.
does it, but make sure you go follow Derek's Miller page.
Every now and
That way
then,
you can
every
have that access to
right,
set the bar high.
right. Every so often, Kids Zoo may slide through and host a session or whatnot, but it's mainly Jake Blitz. That's his show.
So definitely, y'all make sure y'all do that. Also, make sure y'all tune into the Full Cup every Friday, 7 a.m. on the West. You know the rest. Don't forget Men's Mental Health on Monday, 3 p.m. on the West. I'm sorry. Yeah, three. No, fuck. 1 p.m. on the West. You know the rest. Sorry.
That's
Jesus
on
on. I
Monday
always
or
get that
Sunday.
mixed up.
Men's mental health. That's Monday or Sunday.
That's Sunday afternoon.
Sunday. Sunday. Okay, so
Sunday afternoon. If you in California, it's at 1 o'clock. If you're here in Texas, it's at 3.
be also on the
And
lookout
Queens
for.
AF.
Oh yeah, that for sure. Queens AF
Yeah,
definitely be on
Queens
the lookout.
AF will be on every first and third Tuesday with Cubana Queen and Talisha with the T. They'll be giving that away. Uh, Photo Lab 209, my girl K Love. Make sure you check her out. Also check out Taboo on all streaming platforms. For all your
Photo
fitness
after
needs, definitely hit her up
photo.
for Photo Lab 209. Anybody you
Photo
want to
after
give shout outs
photo.
to, Zoo Samuel?
Yeah. Photo after photo. Definitely check him out. That's Kid Zoo Photography. Definitely check him out. You know what I'm saying? On striving on all platforms. Just thought I'd
Okay.
put that out. But then also yeah, definitely check out Ninja Biz News. Definitely check out Ninja Biz on YouTube channel. Definitely be alert for all the Jay Blitz shows. I'm trying to get the Jay Blitz morning show popping again as much as possible, as soon as possible. So with that being said, we got the Jay Blitz morning show, the Jay Blitz set the bar high show. Touchy topics may come back. We just depends. We got the break the cycle, and then we also got take them to church with Jay Blitz Sunday mornings. So I'm just trying to bring that up again too, and I also want to get some church choir going, and I also want to get a pastor going for take them to church with Jay Bliss morning show. We're just trying to work out some kinks, and, you know what I mean, and trying to entertain you guys, and just still trying to stay consistent with everything. You know.
Definitely, man. Thank you, everybody who tuned in tonight. Make sure y'all like and follow the Full Cup. Make sure you like and follow Ninja Biz News. Go follow Derek Miller on Facebook so you can get all the characters that he has. You get all the news. Ninja Biz is definitely dope, right?
You still get all
Super
the
entertaining.
characters he has.
You get all of them. It's a lot of fucking characters. Just letting y'all know.
And just know you can never rush greatness. You understand me?
Got the bullshit. Y'all have a good night, man. Tell that nigga to stop being late. This is the Full Cup Podcast, breaking the cycle. We out of here, man. Zoo don't
And
go
good
nowhere.